at the Temple of Justice on Monday, the Oyo government lawyer apparently feared the wrath of the law-named contempt. So, the senior advocate sought the easiest getaway by telling a lie whose incredulity can only be likened to the futility of seeking to hide behind a finger. When confronted on the effrontery of his client to demolish a property when the case was already being heard by the court, the learned counsel, without batting an eyelid, casually replied that the Oyo government under Ayefele Ajimobi knew nothing about the bulldozer that sneaked behind Music House sheltering Fresh FM station along Ring Road in Ibadan to wreak havoc in the small hours of last Sunday. But just before the rest of us began to wonder if extraterrestrial creatures had actually infiltrated the nation's space and transmogrified into the motorized beast that tore into Yinka Ayefele's property that dawn, came a statement by the state government more or less disowning its own attorney, suggesting that the falcon could no longer hear the falconer. Without mincing words, the Oyo government claimed responsibility, citing the refusal of the petitioner to regularize the building plan. The owner of Fresh FM is accused of making additions to the design originally approved in 2008, that the distortion now constitutes environmental hazard, which the government claims were responsible for motor accidents recorded in the vicinity in recent times, and that the deadline issued the station to regularize its title fell on deaf ears. Fine argument, at least from the point of due process, if not sophistry. But in making a strong pitch for the sanctity of regulation, Governor Ayefele Ajimobi and his people appear to have conveniently turned a deaf ear to a higher calling, submission to the rule of law. Nothing but bad faith is implied when a government proceeds with a demolition action in spite of an ongoing court case. Especially given that the petitioner is insisting that he has all necessary building permits from the state authorities. Sitting in Ibadan penultimate Monday, Oyo State High Court presided over by Justice Ayefele ordered the hearing notice and necessary processes be served on the state government at the hearing of a motion ex parte filed by Ayefele, the property owner who is a popular musician. It is a moot point in law that any action be suspended by the defendant in the circumstance. It is therefore strange indeed that Ajimobi would still proceed in his avowed quest to correct a perceived illegality only to commit another illegality. On that basis alone, it becomes difficult for anyone to defend the government action, however public-spirited the stated intention might be.